What is going on, everybody? It's your boy KJ here. I'm gonna be doing the stock analysis for November 17, 2023. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first things first, I'd like to get started off with NIO. So NIO right here on this much smaller time frame has been just trading around this pattern right here. Got a huge level of support around this area. So yeah, it has room to go up to around $8. It's a good entry price in my opinion. And if it does end up breaking $8, then it could play it could be a continuation of this even bigger trend, which has been going on for a couple of months. Then it could reach around the $10 area. Yep, so they break that level right there. I think they could be met with the next huge level of confluence, which is gonna be right around the $10 area. And if it does end up breaking that $10, we could see a potential break on this descending triangle, and could blow up from there on. Then next up, we've got ATGL. So this thing's been on fire lately. A lot of people's been saying it reminds them of HKD, but one thing we gotta be wary of is volume and float. So ATGL, one thing we gotta be worried about is it's primarily controlled by the hands of a couple of investors, or I believe one investor which holds a majority percentage of this stock. So you gotta watch out for that pump and dump. So with that being said, I believe this does have room to go up, especially with the people buying in the hype and whatnot. And I believe it's another Hong Kong stock, similarly to HKD. FOMO's gonna kick in, buyers are gonna kick in. But one thing we gotta be wary of is the flush. If this potential pump and dump does end up taking a flush on us, but yeah, we gotta play smart. And the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna set my price targets, entry target and exit target. So first, I want to look out for a break of high. It's gonna be my I'm looking for the break of high, and like a solid continuation, So that's gonna be my basis for trading ATGL. Break of high around 31 bucks, and then I probably might exit around 35 or 40 bucks before we can get potentially flushed. And next up we got SGD. So SGD, this thing's been halting for like the whole day basically. This thing's pretty impressive. Let's take a look at the numbers here. Yeah, 1000% change. And then, like I said, we gotta be worried of the pump and dumps. They're already done pretty significantly in the pre-market. We'll have to see how they recover from this. Might be another pump and dump as well. Wouldn't be surprised. But for the time being, I've got a price target of around 8 to 10 bucks on SGD. I believe around $6 to $8 would be the ideal price range to get in this trade. Okay, so those were the penny stocks that I wanted to get out of the way. Now let's talk about other stocks we got here. So Tesla, I'd like to get started off with them. Alright, so as far as Tesla goes, yeah, they were in overbought territory. And we also got to see that SMA rejection right here. And we did successfully fill that gap, that earnings gap. Successfully filled it. I got to play it for a little bit. It's a pretty decent move, but for the time being, has room to go down. So one price target I like to look at it 230, and then if it breaks below that, we'll be looking at a 225. But the other thing is just, it's just a healthy pullback. Then next up, got a IWM. Alright, so as far as IWM goes, reaching a huge level of confluence right there. So previously resistance could turn into support. I mean, we were previously in a overbought territory as well. That's why I decided not to buy. I mean, we might have seen the inverse head and shoulder move play out already. Or might still continue. We'll have to see how the price reacts around this range right here. Could be a healthy pullback, or could be a breakdown to around the 170-ish level, which is my next major downside target for a WM. Alright, so we've also got Apple. Alright, so Apple right here. Been respecting this level of confluence around the 190. Been on a huge uptrend. Super overbought. Not super, but it is generally overbought at the moment. So I believe if we're gonna reach oversold territories, or if this thing is gonna get oversold, we could see a price breakdown all the way to 179, 180 level. But for me, it wouldn't be too bad of a deal if we want to see a uptrend, then we're gonna have to see higher lows. So let's talk about our price targets right here. Oh, so I want to talk about the level of confluence first. Alright, so as you guys can see, we got that resistance right there on the 189, 190 level. They're gonna potentially turn into support right here at the moment. So with the break of 190, it could possibly go up all the way to $200. I mean, this thing still has room to fill a gap to 191. But then again, at that point, it would be very overbought. So, yeah, with that being said, if it does end up getting overbought, then got my price target levels at around 187 bucks, 186, 182. Well, there's some key levels to look out for. Let's take a look at SPY. Alright, so got a slight gap to fill around the 453, 455 level. Speaking of gaps, this can if it does break around this 446, 445 level, I'll be looking for the gap below, all the way to around 440-ish. And then this previous level around 440 could turn into support if it ever does come back down to that area. But as of the moment, You never try to predict the stock market, but I'll be using good judgment with this one. But as of right now, I don't think it's a good time to buy. I mean, this thing has been, struggling, not struggling, but kind of been reacting bad around the 450 level. If we were bullish, then we'd want to break this level right here around 450. If we take a look at the smaller time frames, it's just been consolidating around that level. You know, so it could be due for a move, but I believe the move is gonna be to the downside. If I don't get any significant bullish movement around this 450-ish level, if we don't confirm, if I don't have any confirmation. Alright, so let's take a look at Disney. So it's just one of my small plays that I called, I believe, yesterday or 2 days ago. So yeah, I mean they have a potential gap to fill around 95 to $100. Then again, they are in overbought territory, and they also have a gap to fill down around 92 to $90. So yeah, we did see that break of consolidation right around there, and then it's currently consolidating around $94, which is also another level of confluence. Yeah, so Disney right here is reaching key levels. So on the upside, we're looking at around $100. On the downside, we're looking at around back to $90, or yeah, back to $90. So what could potentially play out is I think it's gonna be overbought and rejected around this area right here. So it could fall back around this 91, $90 area of support resistance. Yeah, from there it could potentially fill that gap that was missing. So we'll see how it reacts when it does potentially fall. That level's gonna be a huge level. Got a 200 SMA, and we've got the 9190 level right there. So watch out for the fall around that level. Which could be huge support. Then either one of two things could happen. Could fill that gap right there, or fill another gap below here. Then settle around the 85-ish level. Alright, so got IWM next up. So we got rejected hard right here about a 200 SMA. It's currently at a level of support, level of confluence around here. If it does end up failing to hold that level alongside the 50 SMA, then it could break. It could fill the gap down below, then reach 170. We could see a potential bounce back from there. So yeah, these are some levels to look out for at the moment for LWM. Lastly, got a QQQ. Alright, so for QQQ, saw that break right there. Alright, so some many gaps. Could end up filling that gap soon. Let's take a look at the more close time frame. So I'll just set all these levels for QQQ. So around 384, 382 is huge level of confluence. Then everything below that, next downside price target will be 380, then 378, then all the way down to 386. So, I mean 368. But speaking of 386, it's gonna be another level we're gonna look out for if we're gonna be on the upside. And then we're gonna see how it reacts. It reaches the previous high of 389, 50-ish level. But yeah, that's gonna be it for my video today. So watch out for these three stocks: SGD, ATGL, and NIO. No, might make a lot of money with those. Don't say I didn't tell you. Peace.